Oh, sorry. My question is, with all the plantations, how many rotations of plantations are we going to have before we have a considerable amount of Tasmania absolutely useless?
I don't believe that what we're seeing in the moment will survive the next 10 years.
Oh, 10 years?
Now I'm saying that the process that we've got, I don't believe that what Guns is doing in the moment and FEA is doing will survive, because the world will stand up against this. So what is happening around, it's not just us here meeting, around the world other banks assessing what is going on. So the Equator principles, which are about social, environmental and commercial interests, have to be weighed up. That's a process that doesn't happen overnight, but it's kicking in. And then there's certification systems. So Guns and Forestry Tasmania did not want to have the community input. They didn't want to have local government telling them that they should consider their rights. So Launceston has absolutely no say over what goes up in here. Not the mayor, not the councillors, nobody has got the right. Whereas you go to other countries, I use one example, Switzerland, 63% of the Swiss forest is managed by the local community. 63%. Because they have got very steep slopes, they have got avalanches, they have got heavy snow loads in winter or very strong rainfall. If they allow this sort of practices in the Swiss Alps, there wouldn't be any villages in the bottom of it. And they want to survive. And there is, if I had a busload full of Swiss foresters here, they would say, are you nuts? You know, are you really crazy? It's that sort of situation. So somebody will have to assess it, and it will be assessed. And so there's the PFC, the Australian Forestry Standard, which Guns and Forestry Tasmania are the parents of. And Dr. Hans Drilsma sits at the international board of the PFC in Luxembourg, at the board. And then we have got the Forest Stewardship Council, which was actually there first. They started in the early 90s to bring together the social voices, the environmental voices, and also the commercial players. And whilst that is not perfect, but in its concept, it is the way the future will be, that we have to work it out from those three-legged stool principles. You have to work it out, and if people are honest to each other, then honesty will win the day.